Okay.
Hello. How's it rolling?
You ready to chat about WeChat?
Sure. I use WeChat primarily to talk to my parents who's in my hometown, in China. Those are the pictures my mom sent me like almost daily during quarantine. She was stuck home every day and there's very little she could do. Taking a picture of the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner she made and send them to me almost became part of her daily ritual. Their way of telling me, hey, we miss you.
So I'm in a lot of group chats. One is with my family, and I put it on the top of my WeChat, so I can see their updates pretty often. I mean, Facebook and other social medias, because they can't function in China, that's why I can't talk to my parents through those platforms. Okay, so this is a chat with my extended family from my mother's side. This is my grandpa.
Back in May when the Black Lives Matter movement was really stirring the US, there were people in China posting on WeChat about the Afro-Asian solidarity movement back in the 60s, talked about oppression in ways that we or they as Chinese people who live in China should empathize or should connect to the movement. There were actually multiple voices, which is always a good sign. If you insinuate that anything bad about the government, and then it becomes like a dangerous territory. My friends who have primarily only been based in the US, when I describe this to them, it kind of just strikes them as very close, heavy surveillance, and they kind of like, I feel like you reinforce certain images of China in their minds.
Growing up in China, I know what to say and what to not say, and that's become like a kind of a second nature. Even in the US, like surveillance and censorship is always happening. It's just a different code that I need to navigate.
That always feel like some sort of like ticking time bomb, but I don't know what I said or what I left on the internet like a few years later might come back and haunt me.
So in early August, the Trump administration announced that they were going to ban TikTok and WeChat. I think when I initially got that news, I was mad. Like I felt like people who are making decisions have no idea how this impacts personal lives.
I remember when the news first broke that I think my mom was freaking out more than I was.
The harm would inevitably land on the least protected people.
This makes me think about the idea of like digital border a lot more. We thought that internet could be this kind of free zone, free from censorship, surveillance.
Every aspect of your life is dependent on the app, which means that your privacy and data eventually goes to the tech companies, the government, and it's kind of inevitable. But then without these channels, how do we talk about the issues that we care about, and how do we have the dialogues that would potentially make a difference?